Hi, second through fourth grade. I wanted to share one more lesson with you about our book, Shattering Earthquakes. This is an example of expository nonfiction, which means that it gives us true facts about a topic or information about a topic. Now, as we were reading our book, Shattering Earthquakes, we were learning about some nonfiction text features. And text features are special things within a nonfiction book that help us locate information or better understand what we're reading. So, for example, we talked about in the very beginning, there's the table of contents. This helps us locate what we might want to read about. We also talked about the back of a nonfiction expository book and how when we flip to the back, we might find a glossary page. And in the glossary, you'll notice that there are some bold words that we might not know the meaning of. So this is where we would turn if we wanted to find out the meaning. Anytime we're reading a page in a book, we might find more nonfiction features on those pages, and that's what we're going to look at today. I would like to share with you pages 10 and possibly page 11 too to talk about nonfiction text features. Let's get started. All right. At the very beginning, you will notice very big words at the top. This is called the heading, and it's kind of like the title of the page. So I'll say that word again, heading. Earthquakes can happen all over the earth, on land, or on the ocean floor. Some earthquakes happen in the middle of plates. Remember those that we talked about? They happen in places where there is a line of weakness in the Earth's crust. But most earthquakes happen where two of the plates meet. And that reminds me of our exercise that we did with our fists. We pretended that they were plates and they were shoving or bumping against each other. Many earthquakes happen around the edges of the Pacific Ocean. This is where several plates meet and where hot liquid rock can escape to the surface or the top. This means that many earthquakes and volcanoes happen in this area, which has been named the Ring of Fire because of all the volcanoes. Now, on this page, you'll notice that there are some dark black words, 1, 2, and 3. Those are called bold words. And bold words are words that we don't normally use every day when we speak. And they might even be unknown to us, which means we don't know what they mean. So we would flip to the back of the book in the glossary to find out their meaning. Let's try one. Volcanoes. Pay attention to the letter that it starts with, V. I'm going to look all the way in the back. And I'm going to go down. It starts with A, B, C, and then it goes all the way down through the alphabet to the letter V. Volcano. A volcano. When hot liquid rock from the center of the earth spurts out from a hole in the earth's crust. Now we know what the word volcano means. Another area that suffers from many earthquakes is a zone that runs from Italy and Greece, so over here, and also through Central Asia and the Himalayas, so over here. Okay. Now this is another nonfiction text feature, a map. Okay? And a map helps us to understand what we're reading. I wonder what a map might tell us. What do you think? It could tell us where certain things are, like cities or countries or continents or oceans. But this map is going to tell us about those volcanoes and where these earthquakes happen, because that's the title of our page. So if we're looking at the map, we can tell by reading this key. The key tells us how to read. A circle means earthquakes. A yellow color is the ring of fire, where all those volcanoes are. And the blue line tells us that's where the Earth's plates are located. Blue line, here's our plates. The ring of fire is this yellow area. And all these red dots are earthquakes that have happened very recently, so not so long ago. Lastly, you can see in this yellow box a lot of words. This is called a caption. And a caption tells us about a photograph or a map or maybe a text box. So this caption is going to tell us what's happening in the map. Let's read it. This map shows the area where most of the earthquakes on Earth happen. The red circles mark places where some of the most damaging earthquakes have happened. 4 out of every 5 earthquakes happen in the Ring of Fire. This is good news because if we look here, we don't live very close to where there's earthquakes happening. Awesome news. All right, we're going to finish up on that page, and I just want to review some of the nonfiction text features that we saw. Heading, which is like the title of the page. We saw 3 bold, dark black words. We saw a map with the key that tells us how to read it and what they mean. And we also saw a caption. This tells us what's happening in a map or a photograph.